Well...
If the Earth was flat, don't you think cats would have already pushed everything off of it by now?
Marian Fussell from Göttingen. His aim is to reveal the true story of the Freemasons. The search for clues will take him around the world.
History of NASA's funding profile has never betrayed that fact.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Coming up next, don't miss William Holden's Oscar-winning portrayal of a sergeant suspected of collaborating with the Nazis in Stalag 17. Afterwards, a retired gunslinger is forced to fight for his ideals in Fort Worth on Super Station WTBS.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying
Mission
perfectly
complete.
still?
Pull out all
For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity,
Good morning, welcome to our Hollywood
service,
Classic this
and
morning, the
brotherly love.
1953 film.
Men who are as
Stalag
committed
17
to each
stars
other and
William
their
Holden.
families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better.
Senator
we make
Rand
them
Paul
Masons.
releasing his annual
Not just a
airing of
man,
grievances
a
with
Mason.
wasteful government spending. Is there any other type of government spending? Anyway, this year lists includes $33.2 million.
Your engineers and the camera operators. From here in Dallas, our broadcast is microwaved back to our main control room in Waco, and then to you folks at home.
So today we are going to explore these theories by looking into my list of craziest Home Alone theories. So let's arm the house with traps as we check it out. You filthy animal.
As well as changing his behaviour, along with facing his fears and becoming more able, confident and headstrong. He was no longer les incompetents, as he could now stand on his own 2 feet. I think Buzz summed it up perfectly when he said,
We didn't go there, and funny.
as it's my theory, I can't say as I'll be biased towards it. So I'll let you guys decide.
And when you think about it, none of the events in Home Alone would have happened if Buzz just kept his hands off Kevin's cheese pizza. See ya!
We're going to be gentlemen waving his hands afterwards. What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary. Could have been.
A Broadway stage could only suggest a beautiful setting like this. For the musical play, on a clear day, you can see forever.
Alien race stopped Earth's rotation to save their own planet. Let me explain to you this crazy interstellar heist. Amy wants to get a science degree at Martian University. However, one of the professors rejects her work for no valid reason. The crew returns to Earth unaware of being followed by a cat. Everyone except Amy that's allergic adores her and soon starts to act very strange. Leela's pet Nibbler will also notice his odd behavior and joins Amy in the investigation. They try to confront Amy's professor but find out he was just a puppet controlled by his cat. Meanwhile, cats have all their co-workers under control, making them work on a secret project at Underground. Amy and Nibbler follow them but get discovered and unarmed by Leela. The main cat will explain to them that cats are actually aliens that come to Earth back in ancient times and were the reason why pyramids got built. Their own planet stopped rotating and they want to use Earth's rotation power to save their species. Using Amy's science work in the underground volcano lake, they are able to get a giant string to the core and after adding some electricity, transmit the energy to their own planet. Living on Earth becomes terrible with extreme temperatures and earthquakes. Suddenly, Amy gets the idea to cancel the process by rotating the wheel backward, which turns out to be a harder task than before. However, it works well, and the Earth is spinning again except for one tiny detail.
The sun sets in the east. That I want you to take a look at. And after looking at this globe, I want you to tell me what you think the Earth is, whether it's round or flat, okay?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Take a look at this globe. After closely examining this globe, what do you think the Earth is?
Flat. I'm Don Pettit. I'm a NASA astronaut, and I'm on the International Space Station.
Welcome to our exploration of an alternative perspective, the flat Earth theory. It's a view that's sparked debate and intrigue for centuries. The flat Earth theory suggests that our planet is disc-shaped, not spherical. It disputes conventional science, presenting a flat world model. Its proponents argue that the horizon always appears completely flat to the human eye. They question why, if Earth's curved, it doesn't appear so. Another argument centers around flight paths, which they claim make more sense on a flat map, rather than a spherical one. Detractors, however, point to a wealth of evidence, from photographs to physics, that supports the mainstream view of a round Earth. Intriguing, isn't it? Whether you believe in the flat Earth theory or not, it's certainly a fascinating conversation starter. Stay curious. If you like these kinds of videos,
Hey everyone, I got a video coming up. 23, it's about flat Earth. The latest video that's out there about it, the study of it. And so tinfoil hats for that. But also in this video, I want to talk about how we've lost the art of communication and the joy of communicating despite your beliefs and differences. So it's going to be a part of this gentleman's video that he encourages us to share, and then also me narrating in times where there's disputes on it. So it should be fun to watch on Sunday, and I'll put a premiere video up pretty soon, but you want to do it for, I don't know, but I find it a fascinating conversation.
Okay. 6. From Aaron Paul to Alice Cooper. From Anthony Hopkins to Aretha Franklin. From Ariana Grande to Bebe Rexha. From Beyonce to Big Pun. From Bob Odenkirk to Brad Pitt. From Britney Spears to Bruce Lee. From Bruce Willis to Bryan Cranston. From Chris Hemsworth to Chris Pratt. From Conor McGregor to Corey Feldman. From Denzel Washington to Donald Trump. From Dwayne Johnson to Elijah Wood. From Elvis Presley to Emma Watson. From Florian Philippot to Harrison Ford.
You know, in the car too. Like, that'd be cool. Sure. So we
creators on our platform who are doing really good work to anti-bullying, to fight xenophobia, to talk about LGBTQ issues. Promote tolerance. Like, how can you help people see the other side? How can you help understand people different than yourself? And they do that sometimes with humor. Sometimes they're beauty vloggers. Yeah, so we're promoting them.
That other occasion for leaving these videos on, like the flat Earth videos, who's that really hurting? Who's that really hurting?
Borderline video.
Occasion for leaving these videos on, like the flat Earth videos, who's that really hurting?
Borderline video.
Like 80% of the attention. What kind of borderline videos are we talking about here? Earth is flat.
For the Earth is flat on YouTube, where you
flat.
I mean, look, like, is the Earth flat? Like, I think most people think it's flat. It's flat. It's flat.
Right. I think
it's flat.
Flat earthers, flat earth,
flat.
It's flat.
Flat.
Flat earthers, flat earth.
It's flat.
The world is flat. The world is flat. But the world is flat. And the important thing here about the world is flat
is you figured it out.
It caused you to to prove something which has been false for 500 years.
I'm at the end of a 6-week book tour. It's a year ago, so it was in June. It was really. We had done one on the wall,
one on the roots of 9/11.
The world is flat.
Throughout those interviews, I really got progressively sicker and sicker.
The world is flat.
And it wasn't the food.
It wasn't the food.
It wasn't the food. I realized that while I had been sleeping, it was being leveled. I realized what he was telling me was that the world was flat.
So, what are you, an actress or something?
YouTube thing. YouTube thing. The world is flat. YouTube thing.
Okay, we have all.
Live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download.
They're all liars.
Okay.
The year was 1933.
I tell you gotta watch out. No.
No one came to hear, really. It was good.
Yeah. YouTube thing.
So, we're turning into bad musicians, really.
Really was not much you could do.
$11 million. The Gibsons an additional punitive damage award of more than $33 million.
YouTube thing.
I mean, this is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
My name is Alan Alda, and I've got a secret.
That the world is flat. World is flat.
Once again, that's what I'm doing, those people. I'm editing up on YouTube. Editing on YouTube. This is what you call editing 101 up on YouTube. Editing up on YouTube. That's what I'm doing. I'm editing. I'm editing on YouTube. Editing up on YouTube.
And I've got a secret.
That the world is flat.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
That the world is flat. That the world is flat. That the world is flat. That the world is flat.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
Edited. I edited up on YouTube.
Civil Defense has issued the following message.
That the world is flat.
Hello, fellas. Everybody's here. Freddie, Tom. Good to see you, Mike.
How are you, Mo?
Science is back, baby. And the earth, flat.
Washing your hands does work. Social distancing,
Flat.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
And the earth is flat. Washing your hands. George Soros.
You said that you felt that none of you were compensated adequately for what it was that you did for the country.
Science is back, baby. And the earth, flat.
You know, why do you feel that way? Can you tell us how much you were compensated? What do you think would have been adequate at that time? I mean, what you did was an amazing feat, and clearly something that.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Up 2, 3.
Science is back, baby. And the earth.
washing your hands does work. Social distancing.
Government quarters. So my
travel reimbursement was $33.
Does work.
And what have I done? You know, stop, and it's too late. I mean, doing stuff, and what have I done? You know, stop, and it's too late. I mean, that you're just saying, you're not, this is all in my mind. It's not in your mind. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
$1 billion? I don't know.
That stuff is flat.
How do you make a whole channel about it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That stuff is flat.
You know, chemtrails.
But actually, the stuff we'd done in the car the other day, it didn't have, I just felt it was a bit flat. It didn't have, you know, something, it was too flat. Yeah, it needs, that's why I think anger or a kind of bitterness in there, but no.
You're not talking about the stuff we did the other day.
No, I'm talking about that little...
Flat. That's not flat. This was flat because...
Efficient. Flat.
Use of farmland. More efficient.
That stuff is flat.
Everything. Say it. Change the world.
That stuff is flat.
I'm asking you a real question here.
Yeah, I believe everything's flat.
Louder.
That stuff is flat.
Stop. I could call it a barrier, but I think I don't have to do that so much anymore.
More centrifugal force is generated where the Earth is flat.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back. I'd go to the moon again. I'd go to the moon.
We have to pass through this danger zone twice, once up and once back.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
Shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation. Radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
I'd go to the
space.
What comes after the International Space Station, once its mission is over, comes after the International Space Sure, the presence of humans in space?
Well, that's a great question. The plan that NASA has is to build a rocket called SLS, which is a heavy lift rocket. It's something that is much bigger than what we have today, and it will be able to launch the Orion capsule with humans on board, as well as landers or other components to destinations beyond Earth orbit. Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to, and we're building these building block components in order to allow us to do that eventually.
The technologies that we're testing out on Space Station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit. So we have a really robust exploration program.
All of this attention.
No, I just don't deserve it. The Earth is the only visible object other than the sun that can be seen, although there have been some reports of seeing planets. I myself did not see planets from the surface, but I suspect they might be visible. The Earth is quite beautiful from space and from the moon. It looks quite small and quite remote, but it's very blue and covered with white lace and of the clouds, and the continents are clearly seen, although they have very little color from that distance.
When you were actually walking about on the moon's surface and kicking about a certain amount of dust, did you notice any local color? And also, were you at all subconsciously worried about the possibility of unsafe areas?
Well, the color is a puzzling phenomenon on the moon, aside from the characteristics that I've already mentioned.
What comes after the International Space Station, once its mission is over?
You generally have the impression of being on a desert-like surface with rather light-colored hues. Yet
it was slow and weak, but it got its there. But it got its there.
Breakthroughs available to those who can remove one of truth's protective layers, because there lies
a piece of fireworks.
First,
You were chosen to do that. That's special.
yeah, I wasn't chosen to be first. I was just chosen to command that flight. Circumstance put me in that particular role. That wasn't planned by anyone.
You sometimes seem uncomfortable with your celebrity, that you'd rather not have all of this attention.
No, I just don't deserve it. Just don't deserve it. Just don't deserve it. Because there lies
capital. It attempts to impose its command across time zones, continents, oceans, and beyond.
Because there lies
There are a group of people that absolutely and honestly believe the Earth is flat.
Can you tell us if it's round or if it's flat?
No one ever talks about flat Earth.
Where would you go to?
Australia.
Australia?
I'll be one of the new Australians.
would you
if,
go
if it's
to?
round or if it's flat.
Australia.
No one ever talks about flat Earth.
One of the new Australian.
They call the sheeple. So all the people can be like, all the people that go, what are we supposed to do? Okay, I will go with that. But they would never do a pointed attack on people that are going to do whatever they say.
Yes, yes.
A sheeple, 47 years, that nobody thought the earth was flat, right?
Right.
And in the last 5 years, all of a sudden people, are coming out telling me there's an ice wall that you can go look at. Like there's these ice walls. Like we're basically in this giant bowl of, I don't know, cereal or something.
Yeah.
But then once again, I'm like, all right, I'll go with that. But like, what is the upside to telling me, a sheeple, Ron Howard, right?
I want to talk about you. Yeah. Hey, let's go inside the LIM. You want to? Wow, is this the one that landed on the moon? On a soundstage. 69, they weren't ready. So they faked the whole thing on the soundstage of Gentle Ben.
It's really flat.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the upside of doing that?
Right. Why trick us? Why deceive us?
Yeah. What do you get out of doing that? That the world is flat, as round.
This is Christopher Columbus and goes for a flat world.
I know, but really, you're such a dreamer. You'll go out there and you'll sail right off the edge of the world.
Oh, bravo! Hey, was that moving? Was that a great bet? Have your permission to sail?
Have you had your shot?
Enjoy. Take a look.
Were you addressing me? Were you addressing me?
I tell you, the world is flat, and that's that.
Were you addressing me? Well, there's no one else here, is there? Unless I'm sadly mistaken. There's no one else here. Ooh, you made me hurt my neck.
Computer, right? And the Earth it comes up with the answer 42. Okay.
Shall I tell you why we brought you here?
What's your nozzle efficiency, which is really are you straightening the flow and shooting the molecules out in a straight line so that you go in the other direction?
Yes.
Newton's third law.
Yep.
With a traditional combustion chamber, you can get to it, but no actual rockets. But if I like.
Where the artist wants three-dimensional, solid-looking images. To date, the only alternative to making a model has been film animation. And the reason that the animation takes so long
Masonic liars, get stuffed. Feel me? Flat stuff Earth.
Is that hundreds of separate pictures like this have to be drawn and photographed one by one to make even that short-moving sequence. Bottom line here, first, then it appears at the top and I become a star of Australian television. By constantly recording the lines and replaying them at the wrong times, all these effects can be
Ladies
achieved.
and gentlemen.
Oh, the power of it.
Can does only McCann can.
The President of the United States and a new Congress will depart from the Flat Earth Society attitudes on science of the Bush administration. That isn't that I'm not respectful of the views of some on this subject. It's a new idea to some, and we have to make the case that, well, I know, my views have followed this issue for years, and I'm disappointed that the administration has taken the point of view that they did. All of these issues were dealt with in the Reagan years with ethical principles, and there was agreement on them. So I think there's a place that, again, as we did in the Reagan years, we can come together with ethical principles supporting the flat
Earth is a flat disk, with the Arctic Circle at its center and Antarctica at the edges, a 150-foot wall of ice. The Earth could be flat. Pretty wild stuff. But lots of extra attention was brought to the flat Earth theories in the past few years, thanks to the Earth could be flat. This fanned the flames on the internet, leading to even more online discussion about the flatness of our planet. However, is a fake. And now you know that the Earth is most definitely flat.
Of a bar and we're all pretending like we're somewhere else.
So tell me, Neil.
Where is the curvature?
Is the Earth flat?
It's true whether or not you believe in it, but Earth is flat. There are people who think Earth became awakened.
This isn't real.
Here's why. They're actually conic sections of a cone that you could
be flat.
How did you find this out? How did you determine this? Well, I had to invent integral and differential calculus to determine this. Spooky, actually. The hair stands up on, I don't have hair there, but if I did, it would stand up on the back of my ass. That's kind of freaky right there.
No. I don't believe it.
Huge ass is something ass you were is something ass.
It's not possible. Stop. Let me out! Let me out!
Wow. Well, some of the stuff that is a little bit dated.
They're poisoning our drinking water, and the EPA said, you know what? You no longer have to comply with EPA standards for stuff you put into the water. Why? So the greedy oil and gas company said, great. Let's go crazy. And then some states are saying, no, we have a transparency law. So the oil and gas companies say, okay, we'll tell you everything but 2% of what we're putting into your tap water. Sure. And that's supposed to make
my eyes, how the world's filled with filth and lies, but it's plain to see
the Earth could be flat.
From now on, vodka.
Ugh. I mean, it's disgusting. You know what they put in the water, don't you? Fluoride.
Fluoridation is the most monstrously conceived and dangerous communist plot we have ever had to face. Water. That's what I'm getting at, water.
Everybody drilling for money. I didn't see no one till you come running to me. Look what you brought into my life.
Now, boys and girls, who knows what this is?
Good people.
Very good, Bart.
I'm Apollo 11 astronaut Buzz Aldrin, and I'll be your personal guide along the red carpet.
Astronauts to the moon.
This entire news story regarding Buzz Aldrin falling ill, going down to Antarctica, I want to point.
I was excited that time I walked on the moon. I walked on the moon. I walked on the moon. Urinate in their spacesuits.
Talk about space. And I've been to the moon. What do you think about that? Would you like to go there?
Circuit breakers. You don't want those pushed in because somebody might accidentally
The Earth is flat.
at the wrong time and you wouldn't have any parachutes. That's why you have circuit breakers. Airplane driver, silly. That really helped. Sounds like a good plan to me. Nobody's pushed in the circuit breakers.
I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does, I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys.
There wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. You watched animation. You watched animation. You watch animation.
Science!
Did people go to the moon or not? There's plenty of things people don't know about the moon missions.
I'm an elk, a mason.
1969, Neil Armstrong and I pulled off humanity's rank of punk. You're cleared for launch. Just remember one thing. I'm the real Buzz. Believe that space is going to do that?
How do you balance science with science fiction? They're both the same.
Pan tam był. Czy Ziemia rzeczywiście jest kulą zawieszoną w kosmosie?
Jest płaska. Tak jak oczekują i nie spodziewałem się co prawda tego pytania, ale zapewniam pana, że jest płaska.
She's 33. She's 33.
Anyway. Now, boys and girls, who knows what this is?
Oh, sure, let's see. I'm an elk, a mason.
Very good, Bart.
Old Curve Talk Radio.
Springfielders are advised to stay tuned for more information if they experience any of the following symptoms: mild thirst, occasional hunger, tiredness at night.
Hoover thought I made the whole thing up. She called me a PC thug.
It's funded by a certain group of people. But the point of this... But the point of this...
And here we are in 2019. The United States actually does not yet have the ability to send people even to low Earth orbit. It can already beat all the original Atari games. It is superhuman. It plays the games at super speed in less than a minute. Their batting average is quite weak. It's not good. Version 2, I think, will be at least 2 or 3 times better. That's the current version that's running right now.
And how do we do that?
This is extremely important. AI.
So how do we solve that problem?
The bandwidth thing?
The bandwidth issue.
You know, or some of tiny electrodes that are able to read write from your brain. Of course, you know, security is pretty important in this situation. I think just be very careful in now the output of goods and services will be extremely high. So with automation, you think like
The United States actually does not yet have the ability to send people even to low Earth orbit.
This is insane. That would be insane. And
Relatively slippery and kind of complicated, because to even answer this question at all, we have to ask the rather strange question, what do you mean by Earth is flat? For thousands of years, it's not okay to say that the Earth is round. It's flat, it's flat, it's flat, it's flat. It's difficult to know where to start. The Earth is flat. I keep getting this question, flat. mass. What is mass? Mass increases. Mass. And that's a bit of a problem. So let's talk about this. Faster and faster mass gets mass times the mass, or mass is basically, now your mass is something. If people try to measure your mass as you go by, you only are measuring your mass when you were still, and that's called a relativistic mass. Mass itself, you back to being the same mass you were, mass of light, and you have a huge faster and faster mass. You faster and faster.
Maybe it was about
mass.
It's flat.
Mass. You're not just the stuff that's in you.
But let me tell you right now, one is not more important than the other. If you help people mass or one by one, that's how history gets changed.
And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
Oh. This is Ken Ham. Garrett Reisman.
What's on?
My name is Alexander Skvortsov. Pierre Sellers and
Tracy Caldwell Dyson.
And say your names. Since you're upside down.
Ship to fly again, but she served us very well so far. We're having a ball up here.
Deal pretty well with whatever challenges come up in front of you. How will
want them all. That can't go unanswered.
I'm a flat earther.
Any idea how many electro rays are traveling through our head every second? I got a better one.
This is NBC.
The curved rails, making bank shots an ease. The JM Billiard Company has many custom options available to match any existing furniture.
If a group of vegan protesters show up and prove the earth is flat, understand about these flat earthers.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. If I say that the world is round and someone else says it's flat, that's worth reporting. But you might also want to report on a bunch of scientific evidence that seems to support the notion. Scientific evidence that seems to support the
Okay, so it's activities. And all I'm saying is, this is not a new thing. And there was a treaty put forth by the UN and signed by parties.
Including the United States.
Including the United States. And today, 107 countries have signed it. Other than the issues gravity had scientifically, like...
New book, Accessory to War, The Unspoken Alliance.
A group of social criminals, these people in the space program. Nassholes, I call them.
So stinking about it.
Men on that moon, and men spinning around the earth, and there's not no attention paid to earthly.
The end.
Christopher Reeve, Judd Hirsch.
However, the flu vaccine is still recommended for old people and the chronically ill. Right. Vaccine is still recommended.
And how does it work to prevent cavities? Fluoride is actually found naturally in rocks, soil, and water. It's a chemical ion of the element fluorine, the 13th most abundant element in the Earth's crust. An ion is a positively or negatively charged atom that helps elements combine with each other. Fluoride is a negatively charged ion that...
Well, are you Clean Breeze or Lavender when it comes to your laundry?
There are many choices when it comes to dryer sheets.
Joins us now from Rainbow Laundry in Minneapolis. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather. Yes, Amelia, with one of our most pressing questions of the day.
So when the clothes toss, this just tosses in with them and it tosses onto the clothes like butter on your popcorn.
They are magic little pillows of scent.
Dryer sheet, but without that lubricating coat. He says he uses his up to 65 times. Now, he also admits to using
Let's go.
In temperatures as hot as the sun, plasma exists in a fourth state, not solid, not liquid, not gas, but in a state where the electrons wander away from the nucleus. Plasma is a state of matter, similar to gas, in which a certain portion of the particles are ionized. Heating a gas may ionize its molecules or atoms, thus turning it into plasma, which contains charged particles, positive ions and negative electron ions. Ionization can be induced by other means, such as strong electromagnetic fields applied with a laser or microwave generator.
Time now for the ridiculous, and tonight we have an update on a ridiculous from back in May.
Going to the beach, tanning salons, so forth. She's 6 years old. Yes, she does go tanning with mommy. Not in the booth. The whole thing is preposterous.
She's talking about her daughter's tale. I don't care. I can't even pay attention to what she's saying. Person to her former self. She'll still probably squeeze a tan in here or there. And
Vaccine is still recommended for old people and the chronically ill.
Brain damage. It will turn you inside out.
It's not okay to think that the Earth, keep getting this question. We really need to put this question to bed because we've known the Earth is a small
Whoa, you made the international sign of the donut.
All the compasses are pointing. All the compasses are pointing to the
Magnetic
North Pole.
force in the north.
You got it, too.
The Earth is a...
Coming up next, Meld Rockpile on SCTV.
You're not going to show old film clips of your early shows, are you?
Where am I? In the village. What do you want? Information. Whose side are you on? That would be telling. We want information.
On January 29, 1967, a groundbreaking telegram which has a sign on it indicating the number of days passed since the show began, 10,910. Take December 12, 1996, and subtract 10,910 days, and you get January 29, 1967. 50 years ago tomorrow, NASA faced one of its darkest days. Enormous setback in British moon. All at once, spacecraft caught fire on the launch pad and killed its crew.
What do you want? Information. What do you want? Information. You are number 6. Number 6. I am not a number. I am not a number. You are number 6. Number 6. I am not a number. I am a free man.
I want to be free. That stuff is what? I want to be free. Don't want to come coming number 6. Coming out in a 8. The circles that are living because they're lyrically equipped. When me come, that's all I'm talking for me like a magnet. I want to be free. I don't want to be number 6.
Who are you? The new number 2. Who is number 1? You are number 1. designed. I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered. My life is my own. I will sign. Orange alert. Orange alert.
But no,
call me fine for a reason I don't understand. Have to listen to your demand, but I'll tell you why I resign. Ha! Change your mind.
You are number 6. Number 6. I am not a number. I am not a number. You are number 6. Number 6. I am not a number. I am a free man. You are number 6. Number 6. I am not a number. I am not a number. You are number 6. Number 6. I am not a number. I am a free man. He's seeing you.
Take moon landing, take one.
All right, in this scene, you're on the moon, and it's real, and we're fooling America, and action!
As big as go back to the moon.
Seen anything that indicates the telemetry data is even in existence, and as I said, even if we had it, we don't have the machines to play it back.
Bonjour.
We cannot let our tools escape, for example, or the microphone escape, otherwise we'll find it
Tango on broken dreams. Mayday, mayday, do you copy me? I'm feeling incomplete in the world you made for me. Mayday, mayday, can you hear me now? 'Cause I'm counting down and baby we can't stick around. There's no more time for you and I. This is goodbye.
Cameron.
Whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Mel Brooks is a freaking genius. I had him on my show the night Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. Right?
Allegedly.
He's on my radio show.
Allegedly. The internet and being an internet sensation and stuff on the YouTube now. Like, for instance, have you ever heard of Harrison Schmitt?
No.
Okay. He walked on the moon. And I was wondering how many people have been to the moon, like have actually walked on the moon. So I looked on my magic telephone and I found out only 13 or 14 in the entire history of the world. You would think that would make you very, very famous. But no. The last guy who walked, now you'd think he would be famous for being the last guy to be on the moon. His name was Harrison Schmitt. Now, who ever heard of him? Meanwhile, he goes all the way to the moon, hangs around there for a while, and comes back. He's not famous, but a girl with a giant ass is famous. Harrison Schmitt. So how many people that went to the moon do we even know? There was, we know the first ones. There was Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. They went Apollo 11, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. And even the third is hard to remember. His name was Michael Collins. And Michael Collins, in one of the just most unfair jokes, I don't know what it was, he got to go all the way to the moon, but not go on the moon. All the way to the moon, and then that little rope ladder, he wasn't allowed to go down. He had to stay in the lunar capsule while Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong went on the moon. And Michael Collins just looking out the window going, golfing? They're golfing. Wait a minute, they got a dune buggy now. I was only allowed to bring so much, and they brought dune buggies. This is... I have to keep up a good face, I guess. And then Buzz and Neil, I'm sure they were nice guys. They didn't want to hurt Michael Collins, you know. So they probably went back, you know, to the lunar capsule, you know, and Michael Collins was like, what do you think, guys? What was the moon like? What was it like? And they were like, ah. It's all right if you like that kind of thing, I guess. I prefer the lunar capsule myself. I can't speak for Buzz, but I really do like the lunar capsule.
Recent photos sent from the Galileo space probe orbiting Jupiter's moon Europa suggests that it meets the conditions necessary to support a primitive life form. Just what kind of life form? You guessed it, Frank Stallone.
We're getting out of here!
The idea of overwhelming the system. One moment. So flattening the curve means
follow everybody when it's time to rap. At one time, everybody thought the world was flat.
Then we have a real problem.
Yeah. I'm on stars.
I'm just throwing these out. Imagine people saying, and the idea of flattening the curve is
everybody thought the world was flat. Sounds like you, that was my intention.
Earth, people have to poop.
Pay attention.
Make us all realize that Earth is really a spaceship and we're living on a spaceship with just a thin shell.
You look back, what is the shape of the spaceship called Earth?
It's pretty darn round from my viewpoint, and it's
at one time everybody thought the world was flat.
There's no doubt about it. We're going around and round.
Thank you for this. You know, when I was a child,
at one time everybody thought the world was flat.
Growing up, I was one of those kids. Oh, that's the water.
And I don't have the water, but that's candy coated chocolate inside of a ball spinning.
At one time everybody thought the world was flat.
Out of a ball spinning. Out of a ball spinning.
At one time everybody thought the world was flat.
For your time.
Thanks, sir. Take care.
Confuse the cat.
That's crazy.
Out of a ball spinning.
There's a lot that goes in to being a hot social media content provider. For instance, y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No. I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
The world was flat.
And
this ain't even real blue screen. 19, y'all. Nothing's real.
The soda's flat.
I'd run for mayor of my hometown.
I'd protect these gorgeous birds.
I'd make everybody very small. I'd make everybody very small.
Build a website that can with WordPress.com.
First, let's see it again in super slow motion.
I'd make everybody very small.
And asking in front of our new best friends, will you make me the happiest man on this flat earth? Yes, yes.
I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee.
There's still plenty of time on the clock.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, it's sad. It's the only market.
I mean, just look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, just get a look at that. Would you look at it? I'm so mad. Would you look at that? You know what I mean? Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? What an idiot. Would you look at that? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Get from behind
look at that.
You can't do.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And if you tell that to the
look at that. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
Ready, Mr. Rock and Roll Band? Wacky, wild, Kool-Aid style.
style. Wacky, wild Kool-Aid style.
Kool-Aid soft drinks.
Oh, yeah.
With the firmament,
And now for our feature presentation.
And then this offer came along. All my raving needs are now taken care of. And now I can party into the night. I never had so many glow sticks.
This world is not what you think it is. This world is not what you think it is.
With the firmament.
Is it round or flat? Don't ask. Results from a new study reveal a third of young American millennials aren't sure that the Earth is round. Here's what 18 to 24-year-olds said. Asked, do you believe the world is round or flat? 66% have always believed the Earth is round, yippee. 9% always thought the world was round, but more recently became skeptical. 5% always thought the world was flat, but more recently had doubts. Good for them. 4% always believe the world is flat.
With the firmament,
Your objective truth.
64% of what?
Of millennials are not, or only 64% are convinced that the world is a ball. The world is a circle. That the world is a, what is it, a spheroid? Is that what it's called? Oblate.
I mean, I'd like to see how that question was asked.
With the firmament,
It's a ball. They'll say, no, we're an oblate ball.
Well,
We're slightly wider below the equator than at the equator, so we're a pear-shaped oblate spheroid.
With the firmament,
Spheroid.
But
it is so cold. Methane. It is so cold. 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 It is so cold.
Speculation.
Methane has liquefied. And it has become lakes and rivers. There are meandering rivers and river deltas on
Fake news.
No! 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 And not only that, no, he's not. There's above this beach ball. Above this beach ball. Above this beach ball. Above this beach ball.
With the firmament,
That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
We don't. It's flat.
I had asked you to debate one of them flat Earth guys.
No, I don't. I can't. No.
I know.
That stuff is flat.
What's going on?
That stuff is flat.
This world is not what you think it is.
The boy on the epigram. Everything curves to the right in the northern hemisphere.
That stuff is flat.
But to someone out in space who can tell the Earth is rotating, this is what it looks like.
That stuff is flat. We ain't seen no. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
Take from the every 100 feet, runs it through there and vents it out to you over a period of time. For me, I've been just watching and enjoying. Like he said, he was hoping that Bush reads the book or gets it on tape or at least sees some pictures.
What's going to happen as the world goes flat? No one's talking about it. And I think, so first of all, there's just a huge education responsibility and opportunity here. What world we're living in.
We really see a connection between the flattening that Earth.
This crisis.
Every time I talk to you, I wanted to present you with the Google Web Accelerator Boomerang.
Oh, wow.
And the reason is for
the year was 1933.
These Masons wanted to do something unusual. I want to do. Perhaps I can give you a I'm feeling lucky.
First of all, it's a flat world. This is a Rubik's Cube. Future in a flat world. This is basically a flat world. This is, you don't know it, but this is taking everything that you take from every 100 feet, runs it through there, and vents it out to you over a period of time. You have a ball. You have a ball. I don't know what this is. Even Magritte is going, I would not paint it. Going, get ready. Look at us. We have, well, look at the royal family. It's basically Deliverance staged by Fortnum and Mason. Well, look at the royal family. It's basically Deliverance staged by Fortnum and Mason. Fortnum and Mason.
Hi, I'm Everyman. Hi. And you? You could take a little sailboat. Well, my jet ski. Putt-putt. There you go. Well, what if the water gets on you, though? Let's say you're on a freeway.
The world is not flat. This is called gravity, okay? So gravity is a real thing.
You're going 60 miles an hour. Yeah. You put your hand out the window, and now they have imitation crab meat. Soon they'll have imitation tuna, imitation swordfish, imitation wahoo. They imitation wahoo? Not yet. Oh, really? But if they pollute all the oceans, they'll start working on them. On the rainforest? You ever see the rainforest before they were cut down? No. They're going to take a vacation there? No. Did you ever want a vacation in the rainforest? No, I didn't. What's your name again? Everyman. Everyman. You know a lot of people.
In order to beget power, and we can give them to you. I know everyone.
Geographic? Really? Where are they? Well, they're in Antarctica. Where? Antarctica. What's special about Antarctica besides polar ice caps? Well, it's got snow, it's got polar bears. You want snow, you go to Maine, you go to Canada, you go to Vermont, you have little bed and breakfast place there, you get a little chalet. Yeah, but you don't need to go to Antarctica. That's true. And then you have your skin cancer. You never heard of sunscreen? No. You can't put on a little 15 or 22. What are you, a baby? No.
If it's really bad, you put on 32, 42.
42?
If it's that bad during your life, it hurts your lungs.
Boy, it
it's
does.
yellow out there.
Yeah, brown, that's
on
brown.
those days, you stay inside.
Yeah?
You close your windows.
Okay.
Or you walk across the street to the mall.
Mall?
What's the matter with the mall?
Oh, nothing.
You don't like malls?
I love them.
You better.
I do.
You could spend a whole day there on a floor. You wouldn't see the whole thing.
Really?
On one level. They got everything there. Right?
Everything? That's
sure.
what I'm thinking about.
They got
that.
cashew shops.
Oh,
they got sneaker stores.
Nothing but sneakers. The sneakers
right.
and things.
Aren't they wonderful?
That's wonderful. I go
and
on.
food?
Food is
You can have any kind of food
Oh, anything you want.
You can have Chinese
Lithuanian?
food. Right.
Oh,
Mexican
maybe not now.
food.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
You can have Mexican food, Chinese
Mexican
food.
yogurt, I bet.
Where?
I don't know.
Where they have Mexican yogurt?
I didn't know they had that yet.
What mall is that?
I'm not sure there is that yet, but wouldn't that be wonderful?
No acid rain in a mall.
That's true.
No smog in a mall.
Oh, that's right, boy.
Don't you worry about atmosphere.
Yeah.
You get all the atmosphere you want in a mall.
You're right, Tom.
And it's safe. I'm telling you that the jury is out on photosynthesis.
What are you talking about?
Photosynthesis can be argued both ways.
Well, wait, we need plants and flowers.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Plants and flowers in the wrong hands is a dangerous thing.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You go into a hospital.
Yeah.
You go into a patient's room and it's filled with flowers and plants.
Mm-hmm. They're all there.
Right. What's the first thing a nurse does when she goes in that room?
Well, it's nighttime. She takes them out.
Why?
Because they consume the air.
Bingo.
Ouch. Oh, boy.
Don't be nervous.
Well,
Relax.
I'm a little concerned.
What's Mr.
Everyman?
Everyman. You're living in the best country in the world. Where are you living?
America.
That's right, because you elect the people you want to represent you.
Mm-hmm.
What are they called?
Politicians.
What did they just pass? The New Clean Air and
Water Act.
Right. They spent months working on that.
Oh, they
bill,
did,
didn't
boy.
They? Was this long?
Longer.
And then they beat it up a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
Punched holes in it.
Yeah, compromised.
Compromised it right down to here for good reason. Why?
Well, the lobbyists.
The lobbyists work for
special interest groups.
Special interest groups serve
the corporations.
And who are the corporations?
Well, executives and then lawyers.
People
like you.
So what are you worried about?
I don't know. I mean, after what I've heard today and all I've seen, I don't buy it.
Don't buy what?
What you've said, the logic of it.
About?
Well, the atmosphere, the ozone, rainforest, polar ice caps.
I can always argue the other side.
Where NASA faked the moon landing.
Nanu.
Came up with gravity? Who the knew? Everybody else went, things fall.
I don't think that was me.
I think you're transferring that with somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think
it's the Mandela effect.
Yeah, I never.
Kind of says these things that are so outrageous over and over and over again until eventually people think that
And others who
Right.
don't. Not have a debate on this.
The
debate
is over. At some point, the debate has to be.
You're the one should have some humility. Say, wait a minute, there are a lot of people who disagree.
Should we still debate whether the Earth is flat? The Earth is flat? The world is flat. And I thought, oh, great, he's reading Tom Friedman's book.
The world is flat. Actually possible that the world is flat. They're flat, what is it?
And take a chance on being loved or hated for who you really are, or you're going to have to kill who you really are. And fall into your grave grasping onto a character that you never were.
I want you to find your own walk right now, your own way of striding, pacing, any direction, anything you want. Robert Frost said, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
In rather the same way that you can't look directly into your own eyes without using a mirror.
You talk about the mirror exercise.
You had any education in how to do it?
You know, and then at some point of your life, you have to go.
It's the dome. This is the dome.
With the firmament, with the firmament, with the firmament, with the firmament.
I don't care what it looks like. You know, I've found the hole in the psyche, and I'm going through.
I don't want to know anything anymore. This is a world where nothing is solved. Someone once told me time is a flat circle. Everything we've ever done or will do, we're gonna do over and over and over again. And that little boy and that little girl, they're gonna be in that room again. And again. And again. Forever.
Cole, you couldn't manage to get shot?
Next time.
Thanks for not doubting us. Never did.
Here they come.
Girona a la derecha, los jugadores del Real Madrid. El Girona que viene de empatar en este mismo escenario 0-0 ante el Real Valladolid, mientras que el Real Madrid, tras perder la Supercopa, logró la victoria en el Santiago Bernabéu por 2-0. Del equipo blanco, partido que va a arrancar en breve. Terreno de juego en perfectísimas condiciones, prácticamente lleno el estadio de Montilivi. Va a ser el equipo blanco, el equipo que ponga el balón en circulación. Ahí va Karim Benzema, arrancó el partido, suerte para el Girona, para él en la posición de lateral izquierdo.
Other kitties just like me, we seem the same, but thankfully I'm the only smart one in this stupid, stupid world. I pay attention carefully and write it in my diary, then everyone will know about this stupid, stupid world. I never leave my home because my human closes doors on us. It's such a stupid world out there. It's such a stupid, stupid world out there.
Sí. Te lo decía Rubén, Marcelo se está echando el equipo a la espalda. Gran acción. Y en el rechazo tiene la oportunidad de empatar el partido en el minuto 3.
Other kitties just like me, they play outside, they run so free, regardless of the dangers in this scary, scary world. Carelessly they risk their lives, but I would rather stay inside. Anything could happen in this scary, scary world. I'm sure they're having fun out in the sun, but I don't care. It's a scary, scary world out there. 'Cause there's spider webs and spooky heads, and what's inside that creepy shed? Everything is deadly in this scary, scary world. Nasty flies on doggy poop, that rock looks weird, that tree just moved. Nothing ever looks right in scary, scary world. They hide behind my window in this scary, scary world. I never leave my home because of kitty agoraphobia. The TV shows me everything that's in this scary world, like Todd McNabb and Iggy Pop, and I'm so scared of Carrot Top. Such a scary world out there. Scary, scary world. Out scary, scary world. It's a scary, scary world. Out scary, scary world. It's a scary, scary world. Out scary, scary world. It's a scary, scary world. I know I might seem paranoid, I'll hide under my chair. It's such a scary world out there. Such a scary, scary world out there.
38. Ahí va Ramos con paradilla. ¡Gol! De Sergio Ramos.
Please, sit down. Sit down. Sit down! Not only are you handicapped through blindness, but you're a Shriner.
It's just flat and gorgeous.
Callie, how do people actually believe the Earth is flat? I'm stumped, Callie. Thank you for these questions. I'm really glad you all are pondering these things. I am not some brilliant guy, and you and I depend on them. That's why we have shapes made of glass and lenses and drinkable water and electronic computer machines, is because I believe the Earth is flat. Science! Carry on, people.
Matched in where we wait on the edge of our seats for literally anyone to say anything that makes sense. Can you clarify something for me? I heard that you used to think the Earth was flat. Can you clarify something for me? I heard that you used to think the Earth was flat.
The Earth was flat.
There was the
astronauts and the president
and it was this grand mission,
NASA,
and the only reason why we went to the moon is because we were at war. That is the only reason
at all.
You then you cry
foul,
and you say, well, wait a minute, how about the future? How about
the moon?
And how about the rest of that? Well, the rest of that was not ever in the plan unless Mars had planned to do it. And so
of course we
believe the Earth is flat.
I understand what you're saying. Planet. The heavy stuff goes to the middle. Well, what's heavy?
Core material.
It's heavy.
Industry.
It's heavy.
Jewelry.
It's heavy.
Bullshit.
It's heavy.
All the heavy stuff is heavy.
You now have asteroids made of crust and asteroids made of bullshit. And there it is.
Not only are you handicapped through blindness, but you're a Shriner.